From the top of the First Division comes the most intriguing fixture of the day. Manchester United against Leicester City, or Frank O'Farrell's new boys against Frank O'Farrell's old boys. For Leicester, there's an extra twist. It's their first visit to Old Trafford since they came here 2.5 years ago, needing to win to avoid relegation, and lost 3-2. Today they meet a United side that has Dennis Law and Brian Kidd, both recovered from injury and back in the forward line, but now missing David Sadler, who has tonsillitis. So Paul Edwards makes his first appearance in the senior side since last April, and he comes back to a United defence much tighter than it used to be, a back four in which young Tommy O'Neill makes a very solid, if unspectacular, contribution. Over the past 2 or 3 seasons, this right back position has been a problem for United. They've tried 9 different players there, but none has had as long an unbroken run as O'Neill. Leicester are a much changed side these days, with 3 big money signings in Weller from Chelsea, Birchenall from Crystal Palace and Samuels from Arsenal, who all cost £100,000 fees. But the big money men have been grafted onto some loyal servants who've been a long time with Leicester City. Players like Graham Cross, 28 years old last Monday, celebrating tomorrow his 11th anniversary with Leicester City as a professional. And for him, a sentimental return to the ground on which he won the first of his 11 England under-23 caps in 1963. It's snowing hard, but nevertheless a packed Old Trafford, and this gate will bring the total here at Old Trafford this season for first-team games in League and League Cup close to the £500,000 mark. A remarkable feat, considering that it's been achieved in just 11 weeks, because they didn't start to play here, you'll recall, until the 4th of September. And the man with one of the best views in this game, Mr. John Thacker, the referee from Scarborough, who's given up 2 days of a family holiday in Holland in order to take charge of this game. A check of his watch, and away we go, with Leicester City kicking from right to left on your screens. For those of you watching in black and white, they are the team in the slightly darker shorts. They have a white stripe around the top of their socks. Slightly darker shirts for Leicester City, and this throw-in for Manchester United. Willie Morgan for Dennis Law. Cut out by Fern. And a bad pass from him, but Bobby Charlton can't control it. This is Samuels to Whitworth. David Nish, the Leicester skipper. Morgan. And Morgan let in by a slack pass from Glover. Nish's studs getting it away as far as Fern. 6 is Brown. Nish. Steve James. Bobby Charlton, and they're a bit square here at the back, Leicester, and Kidd is onside, and that's one! Just about a minute and a quarter gone, and as that pass goes forward, certainly Kidd there looking dangerously offside as he received the ball, but certainly that defence was very square when Kidd and Law called for the pass, and so after only a minute and a half, Manchester United in front. A start that will recall the opening of that vital game here 2.5 years ago, when David Nish put Leicester 1 up in the first minute, and after 5 minutes they were 2-1 down. This corner to be taken by Nish. The Stretford enders in very good humour. Clear sight of the ball for Alex Stepney in the goal. Players running in to meet it now. And it was Edwards' header. Big roar for Best. Weller challenging him, and Whitworth now. Charlton to Gowling. Glover. Turned much too hard to give Birchenall any chance at all. O'Neill with the throw-in. Gowling, Willie Morgan. Edwards with Bobby Charlton taking over, but his pass intercepted by Weller. James header for Charlton. Best sweeping it on for Brian Kidd. Law lurking in the middle. Best going to help Kidd. Charlton, Willie Morgan free on the right. Now 3 men in the middle for the cross. And Morgan gets the corner. Games between these two teams have a tradition of producing goals. Since the war, they've averaged something over 4 goals a game. There's never been a goalless draw between them in the league since the war. Bobby Charlton with the corner. Law coming to meet it at the near post. It misses him out, and Shilton catches. Dennis Law. Gowling to Charlton. Best. Tackle allowed. Samuels. Steve Whitworth. Promising young Leicester fullback who's made a great show in this side. O'Neill couldn't get up for that. Fern. And Glover hits it, and it hits O'Neill. Morgan back covering. What a different player he is this season. Bobby Charlton. Gowling just ahead of him. And that was a marvellously attempted pass that Nish just got a toe to. Deserved better. Cross to Samuels. Edwards into touch, throw for Leicester. Now John Samuels again for Leicester. And the header has gone across to Weller. Birchenall is in the middle with Fern. Weller going for the shot. Really extraordinary, bent right back, and it's gone out, I think, for a throw-in. Keith Weller. O'Neill down the line for Gowling. Glover gets in but can't control the ball. Charlton, a little unlucky there. This is Graham Cross. Nish. Short for Glover and gets it back. Birchenall. Best. Good, thoughtful work by George Best, setting Burns away and Kidd waiting out on the far side. Law, big jump, and if it had gone on, it would have reached Best. And anyway, it's a corner. Certainly United have looked to have 1 or 2 surprises up their sleeves that have rocked this Leicester defence. Best with the corner. Kidd by the near post. Now Best with a better angle. And another corner for him. And in that penalty area for United, Gowling and Edwards, as well as Law, Kidd and Charlton. Headed away by Cross. Morgan. Just too many blue shirts there for United. very messy. Bobby Charlton! There are still real bullets in that barrel. That was a magnificent shot, and an even better save by Shilton, who was off his line and a yard the wrong way, but he got back and up and turned it over. A real class save. Here's the corner. Shilton looking for it, fingertips only. Samuels to restore some calm for Leicester. Edwards back to O'Neill. James. And this is Brian Kidd with Bobby Charlton just ahead of him on his right. Law has come out from cross to Charlton. O'Neill coming forward, Law taking over. Edwards to Charlton. Bobby Charlton could have done without that pass. He didn't have any room to operate. Leicester throw. Big jump by Gowling to get across in front of Birchenall, but Mr. Thacker didn't feel it was quite legal. Alan Gowling gets his first under-23 chance on Wednesday. Now Weller. Stepney's ball, but only just, and Nish. That was good work by Kidd, came back to harass Nish then as he took that shot because Stepney was out of his goal. David Nish, the Leicester skipper, making his 200th league appearance today. Fern's header, Morgan, Edwards. Morgan's throw to Kidd, kept in by Morgan. Good challenge by Fern, Law fast onto it, and the boots were flashing a bit there, but I think they were all playing the ball. Half an hour gone, and that second-minute goal by Brian Kidd, the score that separates the sides. Birchenall. Good recovery by O'Neill after he'd slipped. Conditions can't be easy for the players. Best, Morgan. Samuels for Leicester. Weller. Nobody on his right. Glover going out that way. Burns to Law. Charlton. Kidd is forward and Gowling is going to join him. And Whitworth sticking to that job very well as Charlton tried to tease him, showed him the ball, threatened to go on, checked, went again. Whitworth matched him all the way. Best got away by cross, but only to Charlton. And in it comes again for Law to jump. It's the post and in. Here comes the corner again, headed away by cross, back to Charlton, and now watch Law. Comes up as though he's been fired out of the ground, and in off the post. So now 2-0 to Manchester United. 33 minutes of the second half gone. Dennis Law's 8th goal of the season. Samuels. Well, Leicester City may feel that this is very Christmassy weather, but certainly nobody's making them any presents this afternoon. Gowling. Morgan. Kidd. Again, a tremendous jump by Law. Gowling. No chance there. Just under 5 minutes remaining, with that little bit to be added on for the injury to Kidd. Gowling. Burns. Sjoberg. Glover. Nish. Glover again, and Nish once more. Plenty of men available, but all a little bit on the edges. Leicester finding it difficult to get in where it tells, and that's a good ball from Nish to Brown. Birchinall, and he scored! 4 minutes from half-time. There's the scorer, Alan Birchinall. And here's the pass that sets it up. Glover back to Nish. Nish wins it from Charlton and then slips it out to the left where Brown has been waiting, and the low cross beats everybody, and that was a good shot on the turn by Birchinall. 2-1 then, and now back live with Best. Kidd. Best. Flicked on well by Kidd under pressure. Law steaming out there to challenge. Good work by Weller. Brown, Birchinall out on the touchline, and he'd started a run. The pass came behind him. Gowling to O'Neill. Morgan. Glover challenging him. Fern. And the foul given. Samuels. Whitworth looking for support. Finding it from Birchinall. And getting it back from him. But Brown's head not high enough. Fern. Samuels. 2 minutes to go to the interval. An easy one for Kidd, but he used it well. Law not pleased at that challenge from Samuels, but he got over his anger very quickly. And a misunderstanding there. Gowling caught backpedaling, letting in Brown. Glover. Samuels. Fern challenged from behind, but play allowed to go on. It was building up promisingly for Leicester until Burns stepped in. Best. Kidd. Best again, and Kidd again. The centre headed away by Cross, but straight back to Kidd. And this time Sjoberg away, but only to Charlton. Burns. Shilton's ball, a slippery ball which he held well. Weller beating two challenges and switching the direction almost into the path of Alistair Brown. O'Neill kept his head and his balance. Samuels. Birchenall wanting someone to help him. It's Glover who comes. This is Alex Stepney. And we're now in injury time in this first half. And that's a foul given against Kidd. Pushing as he challenged Whitworth. Whitworth's free kick for Birchenall, and a foul again, this time by Burns on Birchenall. Shoulder in the back. Samuel's free kick. Intercepted by Morgan. Whitworth can't control it. Kidd gives it to Charlton. Morgan is herring away left. Best is here in the middle with Law. Intercepted by Samuels. Best. Dowling to O'Neill. O'Neill to Charlton. Morgan. Plenty of men forward for a cross. Charlton with a shot. All the Leicester defence caught watching the ball coming, watching for the ball to come over for a header by the men thrown forward, and it gave Charlton a chance to shoot from deep. And Mr. Thacker blows his whistle for half-time, no doubt to his own relief and that of the players. And one can't stress how difficult the conditions have been, and in those conditions how well the players have performed. Dennis Law notably among them with that fine header that gave United their second goal. Brian Kidd the first in the first minute, and then the reply for Leicester City by Birchenall. A very good first half considering everything, and plenty to look forward to in the second. As it stands now, Manchester United 2, Leicester City 1.
Football OB 413/105 Part 2 edited.
Manchester United then kick off the second half, leading by 2-1. And it may be that the temperature has risen a degree or two because the snow looks a good deal more rainy now. Not that that'll make it any more comfortable or any easier for the players. Clearance by Edwards. Intercepted by Sjoberg. Samuels. Whitworth. Weller. Verne. And Bobby Charlton to pick up from O'Neill's tackle. And that was a good break by Charlton, setting Law away on the right. O'Neill going on the overlap if Law wants him. what Law hoped it would do was make room for him to make a run to the byline, but Weller stuck with him. Fern didn't sell the dummy to James. Pushed forward for Charlton, and he used that beautifully. And here's the goal from Law. And Bobby Charlton is entitled to acknowledge that applause. As the ball goes through to Charlton, that little check sells the dummy. Shilton smothers it, but not enough, and Law scores. So 3-1 now to Manchester United, and for the second Saturday running, Dennis Law gets a couple. Brings his total for the season now to 9. Samuels. Nish. David Nish, the Leicester skipper. Word of sympathy from Dennis Law. And now Stepney with the goal kick. Samuels. Nish lying right up all the time, trying to push the ammunition through. Gets it to Brown, but out of play. It's a Leicester throw. Samuels. Well intercepted by Kidd. Best for Morgan. And that's Weller challenging him. He's over the first tackle, but it knocked him out of his stride enough to give Whitworth the chance to intercept. Burns through to Kidd. Lovely little push through for Charlton, and a good save by Shilton as the cross went over with Law waiting. Edwards, Gowling, Tommy O'Neill, Dennis Law. Been a few passes go astray, but on the whole United have used the ball with a good deal of precision, and here goes Best, just touched off his toe. James, Burns off balance. Edwards there fractionally before Weller. Burns. Samuels. Fern is over the far side, but that wasn't a good pass. Charlton for Law. Cross going out to challenge him. Best is in the middle. Pushed back for Law, he's still going on. Only a quick dive by Shilton stopped his hat-trick. The irrepressible Dennis in great form again. Fern's throw. Samuels. Fern again, O'Neill going into him. Again O'Neill is balanced for the challenge, and that was just a slip by Fern. Gowling, O'Neill, and between them they work it out well. Charlton, Morgan and Best both wanting it on the left, and they get it by courtesy of Glover. Glover gets it back, but only to Burns, and Best again. Weller. Useful run by Weller, but a bad finish, suggesting that he was pushed off balance. But an unsympathetic ear from the referee as Manchester United take it up again. Best to Morgan. Kidd. Morgan getting round Fern, but not round Samuels, and Samuels has impeded him, and it's a free kick. Morgan. Samuels doing all he knows to get the ball away, and it didn't go over the line, but still it's not cleared, and here's Law completely free, and Shilton got down somehow, but where was the Leicester defence then? Dennis Law thwarted again. Birchenall, Weller, Whitworth. Glancing header from Birchenall goes right across to Fern. Back to Glover. Weller touched off his toe. Good turn by Brown and a good shot and a fine save by Stepney. That might just have been going outside the far post, but Stepney was wise not to find out the hard way. And it's going to be a corner. You can see now from the shadows how much the floodlights have taken over. Just a reminder in this light that the darker shirts are Leicester City. That was Cross's header out of play. Graham Cross. And the applause is because Dennis Law is going off. And the roar is because Sammy McIlroy is coming on. The old king and the young prince. Just out of the box. And a foul given against Kidd for turning his body into Whitworth. Samuels. Fern. Samuels trying to find space for himself and lost the ball. Best. McIlroy to his left, Charlton just ahead of him. Morgan. United playing it pretty much at walking pace with just the odd acceleration to try and put a little pressure on Leicester. O'Neill with the cross, not good enough, but it's come out to Best. Morgan. Still got O'Neill available if he wants him, and Bobby Charlton. So he's going to try and do it all on his own. And in the end didn't even get a corner. But O'Neill got a boot to it, and in the end it's Weller's ball. Tommy O'Neill. Birchenall for Whitworth. Glover. Birchenall again, Whitworth going down the line. And that's a better ball for Fern. Back to Cross. Glover, and he's got it. That was a fine goal by Leicester. There really must have been about 6 men in that move. Very well worked indeed. There it's turned in by Cross. Push back, and Glover bangs it past Stepney. Really hard hit for Glover's first goal of the season, and bringing Leicester 3-2, rather closer in this game than the play would actually warrant. And I suspect Manchester United have paid the penalty for treading water this last 10 or 15 minutes. They had a hard game at Stoke in the League Cup on Monday night, and it could be that they were taking it just a little too easily there. And now Leicester will come at them again. McElroy. Best. Goulding is going forward. And he's got it from Whitworth. Charlton, challenge coming from Weller, and he knew it. Burns just ran himself into trouble in the end. Fern. Birchenall. New spring in his stride, and that was Morgan who got across to block the shot. The last 10 minutes as Weller takes this corner. McElroy almost turned himself into trouble, but the drag back got him out of it with so much skill, and Kidd is offside. There's a little private game going on up the end of the park. They've stopped now. Cross wasting no time getting the game going. Fern. Nish. Run loose for Weller, and Burns' challenge lets it go loose again, but Weller's got it again, and this time Burns gets it away. Leicester want a penalty. I think we've got to give credit to Burns there. The ball was played cleanly enough, but it was right at the feet of Weller, and as he played the ball went through Weller's feet and upended him. But clearly Leicester wouldn't see it that way. Alan Goulding in the middle of that picture, who really has been one of the Manchester United stars today. Weller certainly feeling his knee or his ankle as he hobbles back into the game. Samuels is going to take the corner. Headed out by Goulding. Good one from Samuels, going too wide, but it's come to Weller, and it's very nearly there. Stepney unsighted, and it went off the post. There was a deflection after the shot. Leicester asking for a corner. Manchester United really must get a grip of themselves. They could let this slip away from them. Brian Kidd back on his feet, having taken a bit of a tumble there. Bobby Charlton. Charlton again. Morgan. It's Gowling with him there, just ahead of him. O'Neill. 2 minutes to go, plus injury time. United becoming very laboured as they set up their attacks now. And Morgan tending to spoil so much of his other good work by overdoing it. Steve James just getting a forehead to it. It'll be a Leicester throw. And even Leicester finding it a bit difficult to raise a gallop now. And they're the side who have the incentive, having pulled themselves back into the game at 3-2. Good interception by Best. Glover through to Cross. Glover coming on, but the whistle had gone for a foul on Cross. Sjoberg has gone up there, couldn't get his head to it, but here's Birchenall, and down bravely goes Stepney. McElroy. Whitworth. Just into no man's land, where Morgan has got it. Best with him, and Bobby Charlton free wide over on the left. This is Best. Morgan. Gowling has gone forward now, and Morgan reduced to trying to pull a shirt to get himself back in. It was handball by Edwards. And we're now in injury time as Leicester come forward again. They've made a brave rally of this. Samuels, Weller, Birchenall. Stepney now to clear the ball upfield, perhaps for the last time. There can't be much left now. Samuels. Cross. Birchenall. Burns to boot it anywhere as long as it's not in his own half of the field. James only getting his studs to it. Brown to Samuels. Weller out on the right here. And everybody forward now for Leicester, but Burns holds firm. Leicester throwing everything into this final assault, but time is against them. Samuels floating it. And out comes Stepney and has to punch. Cross. Brown, and he's put it wide. Referee digging his watch out of his pocket to have a final check. He's given us an extra 2 minutes. He consults the watch on his wrist, and blows for time, and Manchester United have got away with a 3-2 victory when they looked to be coasting home at 3-1. Then suddenly lost their control, and Leicester produced a good fight back. They came here having been beaten only once in their last 7 games, and that by Leeds, and in the last 20 minutes they showed enough spirit and resilience to demonstrate why. But Manchester United stay at the top of the First Division as a result of this scoreline. Manchester United 3, Leicester City 2. Well, I think we saw enough there to know that Manchester United are certainly turning on some football this season, which establishes that their position at the top of the First Division is by no means false. What they must learn not to do, I think, is not to rest on it when it looks as though everything is plain sailing, because there are some good sides around, and Leicester City, starting the day in 15th place, in the end, made them go all the way. And of course, there are people breathing hard down Manchester United's neck. Derby County, for one. And we can now go down to the Midlands and see how they got on in their match against Sheffield United. The pictures come from ATV, and your commentator is Hugh Johns.
Tony Curry fetching a long one. McFarlane getting up well. Robson only half away. John O'Hare and being roughed in by Eddie Colquhoun. McFarlane working well with Hennessy. Terry Hennessy searching the long one left side, and the wind holding it up a bit. Gil Rees going with McFarlane. Harry a long one. It's Woodward going in. Alan Woodward, a very powerful right-wing runner, scorer of a lot of goals for the Sheffield side. Hinton, the challenge from Badger. It was a good one. John O'Hare inside McGovern. A good ball. Good tidying up then by Flynn. Hennessy. A little touch off. Hector in. And he scores. Kevin Hector. 1-0 to Derby. Well, we're only saying that Kevin Hector had dried up in the goals business recently. And here, right at the start of the game, he puts Derby in front 1-0. John Flynn for another corner kick. Right side. And Sheffield United bring literally every single player back into the box. Now one of them's gone out, it's Gil Rees towards the corner flag. Hinton crossing now. McFarlane trying it. Hector! And that must be John O'Hare up the line. A penalty given. Handball. But very much like number 4, John Flynn. The header. .5 minutes gone, and Hinton striding up to take yet another penalty kick for this club. Missed about one in his last dozen. It was an important one against Conmmentary. We saw him score a good one against Nottingham Forest not so very long ago, and that poor fellow John Hope, who's had 6 goals put past him in his last game and a bit, his lucky gonk off to the right in the box, you can see. I wonder how much luck that's going to bring him. Hinton then. Boom! No trouble at all. 2-0.
So Sheffield United 2-0 down at half-time, and 45 minutes still remaining. We join that second half now.
John O'Hare, a flick back for Hector. McGovern going in hard. Hennessy now. O'Hare. Handball, gotta be. Yes, penalty it is. And number 3, Hemsley, hurling the ball at the referee. The referee deciding to have a word with his linesman, and just to make quite certain. Penalty it is, the second penalty of the game. Sheffield United players arguing with linesman, referee, everybody down there. Hinton the chance to strike his second penalty of the afternoon. And it looks very much as though somebody's name's gone in the book. Question of whether the referee decided Hemsley's action was deliberate. He may have penalised Hemsley for that. The 18-yard area is still cluttered up with Sheffield United players. The man looking most unhappy walking out of the box now is Ted Hemsley. Back at the side, missing 2 games recently, and here's Hinton's penalty. It's 3-0 Derby.
Well, those pictures came from ATV in the Midlands, and the commentator was Hugh Johns. Derby County then, still riding high, still pressing hard on Manchester United. Sheffield United, well, perhaps still a little shattered by having come up against West Ham in midweek. Anyway, that's all the news we have for you this week. I hope that you'll join us again next weekend, and I hope we shall have some rather better weather for you. Till then, goodbye.